The next game I'm going to take a look at is the matchup between the Cardinals and the 49ers, another upset. The Super Bowl defense that shut out many teams last season allowed the Cardinals to put up 24 points compared to their 20. What some may say, though, is that the narrative should be flipped. Instead, we should be saying that Kyler Murray in this offense is good enough to put up 24 points and win on a defense as good as the 49ers' Super Bowl defense. I'd say that I'm on that side of the argument. Kyler Murray didn't play like a Hall of Famer, but Hopkins did. Kyler still put up a great game. I mean, he had a combined 321 yards, leading the team both in rushing yards and passing yards, along with rushing touchdowns on Sunday. But I still believe Hopkins was the star of this matchup. I mean, Hopkins put up a career-high 14 catches for an astounding 151 yards in his Week 1 debut with the Cardinals. Do I think Hopkins is going to play this amazingly for the remainder of the season? No. But I also don't think it's simply a fluke. It obviously has drastic implications on just how talented this offense is, and in fact, I'd go as far as to say this offense has potential to be a top 5 offense this season. I mean, it's clear that Hopkins has adjusted to this offense well and early, and their upcoming matchups against Washington and the Lions should certainly help them in padding those stats. Expect the Cardinals to start with a 3-0 record and to make a serious push for the playoffs this season. The offense is simply played too well in Week 1 for it just to be a fluke. Now, I am skeptical of the Cards, and I was skeptical going into Week 1, but now I think I'm ready to jump on that hype train. On the other hand, the 49ers struggled. They didn't play terribly, but their defense struggled against a star-studded Cardinals offense. Give the defense credit for picking off Kyler, but outside of that, they didn't do enough to win, and neither did Garoppolo. Again, Garoppolo put up solid numbers with over 250 yards and 2 touchdowns to 0 picks, but again, not enough to win. The most lackluster piece of the 49ers, outside of being unable to slow down Hopkins, was their inability to have a consistent run game, with just over 100 yards on the ground overall. Again, not terrible, but not enough to beat the Cardinals. I don't think the 49ers are in a bad spot, but it's clear that they either weren't ready to beat the Cardinals or they simply were the worst team in this matchup.